Hello, once again. You're welcome to the Bridges. I'm still your host, Ayomide Elizabeth Oluwatobi, and I'm here again to continue the discussion that we started in the last episode. Hope you didn't forget that we are talking about generational gaps. Yes, we want to talk about how we can bridge generational gaps. Two generations living together and they have to get along. The older generation has, in short, the Bible commands that you should help the younger generation. But what did we get to see? Different values, different ideas, but yet we have to come to a point where we agree to help our children. So, last episode we talked about some issues, what is going on, the cause of all these issues. But today we are going to still continue to talk about these generational gaps and those issues that have arisen from this. Okay, so we are going to talk about the influence of globalization. The influence of globalization. Now, there is a lot of diverse culture, and our children are being exposed to all of these cultures. All of these cultures. They are exposed to the culture, the online culture, they are exposed to international culture, they are exposed to their local culture. In Nigeria alone, we have about over 400 cultures, and they have access to it. They understand what this tribe does, this other tribe what they do. In short, the AI you have now can translate, can speak many languages, and if you need to understand any language, you just have to put it in the machine and it's going to translate it to you. So there's a lot of exposure. The child that you are breeding under your roof has seen far beyond what you are seeing. We in our days, we are not, well, all we know is just that, okay, this is the process. You go to school, be studious, then after some time graduate, get a job, get married, take care of your children, pick up a government employment. But these children now, they are exposed. There is this exposure with this globalization, and they want more than I went for a seminar, and a boy was saying, I cannot live the life my parents have lived, that my parents struggled through to see me through school, but I want to make it in life. I'm not going to take government employment. It's poverty. This they define that if your parent is having a shop, it's poverty. A lot of definition, and they are not wrong in their definition, because that is a norm that our generation believe in, but that is not what the exposure they got from. There are a lot of remote jobs that young people are doing even without qualification, and they are making legitimate money under your roof, and you will wonder, what are you doing? It's not everything that is fraud. So they are more exposed than you, they are more enlightened, they are more educated, they've interacted with different culture, they know what goes on, what is obtainable in a place, they know what is obtainable. They know the weakness and strength of even their own culture, so they are exposed, and this has given them a global mindset. They are not thinking of themselves within their space alone. We are thinking of them interacting and with their colleagues, their mates around the world. Yes, they challenge traditional values that want to make them stay on the spot. I know of a young lady that told the parent, I'm not going to return to your house. I won't return to your house after my service. I want to be on my own. And this is something we as parents could not do while we were staying with our parents. The child must stay with the father before she gets married. But now, because they have global mindset, they are not ready to be to be limited by some traditions or some traditional values. They have a global mindset, and this is causing the problem. Yes. It's making parents and children disconnect. They don't understand it, a lot of problems. Some parents will come to me and say, this child is this, is that, is that. This is not how we used to be. Yes, correct. This is not how we used to be in our days. These children, they have a global mindset, no matter the age. Their mindset is not of this. You see a young child telling you, I'm going to be a pilot. Or one that is already saying, I want to be an artist. In our generation, what do you want to be in future? You hear doctor, but now, those children, they have this global mindset. They understand what is going on now. So there is a shift in social norms. Parents, I want you to have an understanding of this, that this generational gap that we are talking about has caused a shift in social norms. Yes, it has caused a shift concerning gender. Your child, you may say this is Nigeria, it's not done, but there are some sex education textbooks that is teaching your child otherwise, that your child may not be is trapped in the body of his or her birth gender, that he can decide to be something else. I saw recently a lady suing the parents to court that she was not feeling, she was at puberty and was feeling some discomfort as a result of puberty. The parent took her to the doctors, and what the doctor could recommend is that the child should take some pills and some injection that will change her gender, that she's not comfortable being a girl. And by the time the girl was 19, she understood that this is not what my parents should have done to me. They should have counseled me, encouraged me, helped me feel better. Puberty is always having its turn on teenagers. And because of the generation we are in, they try to change our gender. Unfortunately, it was not successful, and it's bringing her a lot of pain. So concerning the issue of gender, there is a shift. You don't only have the male and female, you have others. There is a change. You see young men, young women cross-dressing these days, changing their gender. And also there is this sexuality. There are different orientation, which is widely accepted. They see it as normal. It's no longer safe to place two girls with each other now. Two boys together is no longer safe because of the orientation that is around, and people are really accepting it. So parents, you really have to be careful. You have to be careful. There is a shift in social norm. When you want to bridge the generational gap, you don't have to be hasty about it. The Bible talks about the wisdom of God. You need it. And then there is a changing structure concerning family. I told you that there is a shift in social norm. When we talk about family now, we have different types of family. There is a father, mother, and children. That's the traditional. We can have mother and children, father and child or children. You can have mother and children, father and children. There is a shift. Even I realize that some young rich celebrities refuse to get married. Why? Because they believe if they get married, there are girls that they may end up accusing them of one thing or the other and filing in for divorce, getting all or half of their property. So to avoid this, they refuse to become committed to the woman in marriage. So you say, is my partner, my partner, my partner, baby mama, and all those things. There is a shift. So the generation we are living with as parents is not the normal type of generation. But like I said, we need to bridge the gap. And bridging this gap is not what we do hastily. So in the next episode, God will help us. We are going to discuss about these types of generations, these generations that we have, so that we can understand, your own generation and what is obtainable in your generation, so that you will not make mistakes and you will not ruin the plan of God for your child because of the difference in generation. Till I come your way again in this discussion to discuss these issues, my name still remains Ayorinde Elizabeth, and this is the Bridges. See you next time. God bless you.